Hey, good morning, good people. Treveal C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, founder of I Am the Possible and your self-worth specialist. Guys, before we get into anything, whether you are live or on the replay, as I always say, your presence is the greatest present that you guys could ever give me. And we're going to be talking about presence today. Guys, listen, before we get into anything, I just want to show you this. I just want to show you this symbol. I just want to show you this sign. And I want to ask you a question, guys. And if you rocking with me, guys, drop it in the comments. What do you see? When you see this, right? What comes to mind, right? Give me your answer. Let me know what it is that comes to mind when you see that symbol. Ain't got no words on it. It ain't saying nothing to you with no words. Ain't got no slogans. Ain't got no letters. Ain't nothing but, let me cover this up. Ain't nothing but a symbol. What comes to mind? What does this sign indicate? Guys, today on the I Am the Possible broadcast and podcast, today we're talking about signs. And we're asking the question, what does your sign say? What does your sign say? Listen, guys, if you are live or on the replay, drop me a hashtag. Let me know that you're live. Let me know that you're rocking with me this morning. If you're rocking with me this morning right now, give me that hashtag live. If you're rocking with me later on in the day, give me that hashtag replay. But just let me know that you're in the building. Guys, you know that Saturday, we chop it up. We get it in. We take our time and we go through this thing and we really chop it up. We really break it down. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about what is your sign saying? Did you even know that just like this, right? Because this says something to you. I know it does. I know. This says something to you, don't it? It indicates something. It points you in the direction of something, don't it? It brings an idea to mind. And guys, I want to just use this as an illustration, guys, because I love taking the practical and making it very tangible, making it very understandable, right? How can we take something so simple as this symbol and apply it to our lives? How can we draw out truth? How can we draw out inspiration? How can we create? How can we inspire? How can we ignite? How can we invoke, right, an idea about ourselves that inspires the possibilities, that inspire us to move forward in a way that we never imagined possible, guys? So again, here's the question, guys. What does this say? What does that say to you, right? No words, just a symbol. What does this say to you? Drop me the comment. I want to interact with you today. I want to chop it up with you today. Tell me, what does that symbol say to you? What does it mean? What does it indicate? Because I'm going to be using this all day long. I should have had some sort of little prop up, some little thing or something where I can just set it over here to the side, because we're going to be talking about this all day. Ain't nothing in it, right? But we're going to be focused on this little symbol here all day long as it relates to you and to your sign. So guys, listen, I'm gonna jump right in this morning. I already see some people jumping on. Good morning to you. My sister Natalie is in the building. She says good morning. That's that's the engine starter. That's what's up. That's the engine starter. Enjoying some great coffee live from Georgia. What's happening? Georgia is in the building. What's going on? NL is in the house with me this morning. Thank you for letting me know what that sign means to you guys. It means coffee. It indicates coffee. It points Natalie to coffee. It makes Natalie think about coffee. What's going on, my boy David? What's happening with you, man? Good morning to you, man. Let me ask you a question, D. Let me ask you a question, man, because today we're gonna chop it up this morning. Just want to get your answer on this. When you see this symbol, man, what does it mean to you? What does it represent, man? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Don't overthink it. But D, I would love to hear from you, man. What does this sign mean to you? When you see that symbol, ain't nothing but a symbol. There's no words. It's just a symbol. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you, man? Drop me a comment. Let me know. If you're live, guys, if you're just now joining, today we're asking the question, what does your sign say? What is your sign saying? Maybe you didn't even know that you are a sign. Maybe you've never even imagined that your life is so significant that you are literally pointing someone in the direction. Oh, I'm jumping ahead because I'm so excited. Your life, your very presence is pointing us, indicating to us, showing us the way to something that otherwise we would not have known is there. Just like this Starbucks. See, I let the cat out the bag, right? But no words needed. Just looking at this symbol points us in the direction of something that we desire. Otherwise, we wouldn't have even known that it was there. Let me take a step back before we get into our slides and before I start breaking it down. Let me start off with this illustration. Think about this. Natalie said that this cup, that this symbol points her to, right, that engine, right, that thing that gets her going, right, that coffee. Okay, imagine driving down the street. So Natalie's driving down the street, right, and she's like, yo, I want a cup of coffee, but there's no Starbucks sign. Just roll with me this morning, right? She wants a cup of coffee, right? This is all tying into the lesson today. She wants the cup of coffee. That's a desire. She wants it. You feel me? Just like this world wants some things and needs some things, and people out here in the world, they're searching for things. They're looking for things, right? Come on, follow with me, right? And so now she wants the cup of coffee, but there's no sign in the sky. So she's driving, and now she's taking longer, and she's getting frustrated, and she's looking around, and she can't seem to find what it is that she wants. But you guys know that in the real world, they spend millions of dollars creating this symbol, this sign, and they put it way up in the sky. Why do they put it so high up in the sky? Why do they use this color scheme? Why do they plaster it in such a way? Because they want you to know from blocks back, if you are someone who's looking for a cup of coffee, if you see this symbol, that's where it is. Every sign points and leads and directs us to the things that we desire, the things that we're searching for within our society. So that's the groundwork that I want to lay, because I want you to consider that you are a sign. I want you to consider that your life is so freaking significant that you are literally pointing us, just like this coffee, just like this sign is pointing us to the things that we desire. If this sign wasn't up in the sky, we wouldn't know where to go for that cup of coffee. But because it's standing there, because it's in position, because it's there, it now indicates, I'm blocks back, and I'm driving. I'm in the whip. I'm driving. I'm looking for that cup. Oh, there's that sign. Boom, it's in the sky. Oh, there it is. All I got to do is keep driving in that direction. Oh, I'm preaching already, guys. I'm preaching already. Signs give us direction, guys. Signs gives us direction. And I want you to consider for your life. I want you to consider in your life that your life provides direction. Your life provides direction. I want to say what's up to some more of these good people that's jumping on. CJ is in the building. Top of the morning to you, my brother. Shout out and salute. That's my brother right there. That's my main man in the building. What's going on? Jeffrey JS in the building. I'm giving everybody 2-letter abbreviations this morning. But what's going on, Jeffrey, man? Jeffrey says, what my sign says, to love myself. Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. My man Jeff already tapped in, baby. He's already tapped in. He already tapping in, baby. It says, look, Jeff is ready to confess. Jeff is ready to let the world know. Jeff is already tapping in. That's my brother right there, man. I appreciate you, man. He says, my sign says to love myself unconditional. To love myself unconditional, so I can give back the same to the world, my beautiful brother. He says, West Side here in Cali. What's going on? Yes, what's happening, man? He has a love that is unconditional. So guys, let me piggyback off of that. Guys, we ain't even got into our slides yet. We ain't even got into the meat of this thing, man. But I'm loving the energy, man. So keep giving me comments. Let me know what your sign is. If you already know what your sign is, if you already think you know, hey, this is what my life indicates. This is what my life represents. This is what my life means in this world. I would love, share it with me, share it with the world. Drop a comment. Let us know what you know about yourself, right? What is your sign? So when I look at Jeff is indicating, he is showing me, he is signage that I am loving myself, unconditional love. He is sharing something that I'm going to share later on about being a contribution, because even within his statement, he says, I'm going to love myself unconditionally so that I can be a contribution, so that I can give back to the world. That's dope, man. He right there, guys, that summarizes pretty much everything that I'm going to share. Now, that don't mean cut me off. That don't mean keep flipping up, right? Stay with me, right? Stay with me. I love your presence, right? Your presence is a present to me, right? So rock with me, guys. But he summarized it, man. He got it right there. That's exactly what's up. We have well, I got an amen. I want to say this name right. Help me out here. Strick. Let's see. Shakita. Sharika. I want to say your name correctly. Can you drop me maybe like a little breakdown of your name if you're still rocking with me, Roberts? I want to say your name correctly. So maybe if you can either like break it down, or it's said like this, or it sounds like this, if you might do me that favor, because anyone who rocks with me, anyone who takes a moment, guys, time is something that we don't get back, right? Time is something that we don't get back. If you are willing to take a moment of your time, something that cannot be replaced, to rock with me, I want to address you properly. I want to show you that love. I want to show you that respect. So please let me know how to pronounce your name, because I want to pronounce your name correctly. But it is a unique name, a beautiful name. That's a dope name right there. I just don't know how to say it, but I'm gonna be checking these comments to see if I can say it in just a moment. Gershon the pod, what's going on? He says, great point in message. Thank you, my brother. That is my main man right there. What's going on, man? Thank you for rocking with me, man. Listen, he is one of my co-workers, but he is also a dear brother in the faith, a man of character, a man of love, of compassion. And we have work to do in the Philippines, man. We have work to do in the Philippines. So Gershon, thank you so much, brother, for jumping on this morning and rocking with me. David says it means quality cup and chill vibes. Listen, dude, I love your description, because it ain't just, oh, just some coffee, just some coffee. David is like, it's quality coffee, baby. That means that's a contrast. Oh my God. Listen, you guys are preaching everything that I'm going to share. Did somebody leak my slides or something? Did I leak my message this morning or something? Because y'all breaking it down. Listen, guys, it ain't just a cup of coffee, but it's a quality cup of coffee and chill vibes. By just seeing that, that's indicating that to that man. Let me just put that symbol back up, because guys, we're going to be using this all day long. When David sees this, what comes to mind, his imagination is sparked. Quality cup of coffee. It ain't just some old trucker road stop gas station quality coffee, right? Some mud in a cup, but it's a quality cup of coffee, right? Chill vibes, guys. There's a mood that goes with that coffee. There is a feeling that he's associating with that cup of coffee. That's dope. Thank you so much, brother, for sharing. Okay, so we're gonna break it down. Thank you so much. We're gonna break it down. Shirkita. Is it Shirkita? If you're still rocking with me, did I get it right? Shirkita. I hope so. Let me know if that's right. Give me a thumbs up if that is right, Shirkita. All right. And I'm going to be checking back for comments in just a moment. I want to go ahead and get into some of this information, guys. But Shirkita, let me know if that's right. Shirkita, that's what I'm getting from it. But please let me know, confirm that so that I can get your name right. And thank you, guys. Again, if you're just now joining me, this is the I Am the Possible. This is the I Am the Possible universe. You feel me? This is the universe. That's why I got these globes and these maps. I Am the Possible. It is a universe. Okay. And listen, guys, I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what your vision is. I don't know what your thing is, but it is season, right? If I can be a prophet today, let me prophesy to you. It is season for you to take your claim, to stake your claim. I'm claiming I am creating a freaking universe. You feel me? A whole sphere of influence when it comes to this I Am the Possible thing. So I'm creating a universe, and I am plugging into every channel of communication I possibly can, because the things that God has dropped into my spirit, it is not for me to be a holding tank. It is for me to be a channel of communication. So guys, whatever it is for you, let my example, let me, let my boldness, let my craziness be an inspiration. Let it be an encouragement to you, right? Because I do what I do so that you can live your dream, so that the possibilities within you might be awakened. You feel me? Some of us are asleep. Some of us are dormant. Some of us are afraid. Some of us are timid. Some of us are holding back. Some of us are finding ways to fail. And I want to come along and I want to share with you information, ideas about yourself. I want to walk with you every Saturday. I want to share something out of my heart, out of my soul, out of my spirit. I want to be of service to you in such a way that the possibilities within you, pow, might be awakened. So let's jump into this thing, man. I'm gonna share my screen, and I don't usually do this, guys. I usually don't do this. But if you listen, share this out, guys. You know what? Sometimes you don't. Hey, if you don't ask, you don't get. Someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to see this on their timeline. Someone needs to get this information. They just need to come across it. Okay, they just need to come across it. So if you would do me the favor, if you guys are rocking with me live or even on the replay, you can share from the replay. Share this out. Let the world know. Let someone know. Tell somebody that there's a message going forth this morning that's going to incite some things, invoke some things, inspire some things within them that otherwise never would have. Right? That's not me being great. That is the God that we serve. That is the creator that has created us, loving on you, sharing things through me to you that are meant, that are intended, that are purposed to awaken something within you that has been asleep, that has been dormant, that has been swept under the rug, pushed to the side. And it's time for that thing to be given birth. It's time for that thing to be woke up. It's time for that thing to start to manifest. It's time for that thing to get stirred up again. It's time for that thing to restart again. You feel me? Okay, guys, let me jump into this. Let me share my screen with y'all this morning. All right, jumping in, booyah. And let me go back over here real quick. Make sure. Yep, I am sharing properly. All right, guys, what's your sign saying? What's your sign saying? Did you know that your life is a sign? Well, it is. And the only question is whether or not you're aware of it and whether or not you know what it's saying. Yeah. Now, guys, I can't see your comments right now. But if you are live or on the replay, drop me comments. Let me know hashtag live, hashtag replay, or just say what's up. Say, good morning. Say how you doing. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Whatever, man, because I want to holler at you. I want to chop it up. I want to give you shout outs. I want to give you salutes. I want to give you kudos. I want to celebrate your life. All right. So drop me a comment. Let me know that you're in the building this morning. So what is your sign saying, guys? We are all signs. And we started off with this Starbucks cup, right? We started off with this cup of Starbucks, right? And we talked about this sign. No words needed. We are in a culture where we no longer need words. Just the very presence, just the very special, unique, one-of-a-kind symbol, right, indicates what it is that it is and what it is that it provides us, right? We looked at this and we said coffee, quality coffee, chill vibes, right? We no longer need words to illustrate or to communicate what something is or what it represents. And I want you to imagine you, and we're going to, I'm not going to just edify. I'm not going to just, encourage. I am going to educate. I'm going to show you why. There's a whole lot of fluff out here. Go get it. Go do this. Go grind. Go be this. Go do this. Go achieve. Go get it. Go yeah. There's a whole bunch of fluff motivation that's out there right now. And I'm not digging on those guys. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. I'm just saying that there is room for the motivation, but then truly instructing you, enlightening you around why you should be so motivated, why you should be on fire, why you should go for that thing. So let's jump in, guys. Number one, what is a sign? A sign, check this out. Oh my God, I'm so excited. A sign, it is an object, quality, or event whose presence or occurrence indicates the probable presence or the likely presence or occurrence of something else. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is why you're a sign. Why? Because you're an object of God's imagination. You are an object that was handcrafted and created from a creator that loved you, appreciated you, accepted you, and sent you into the world. Now you are present. The world has your presence. That's why I say your presence is the greatest present that you could ever give me. That's why I say that, because I understand that your presence is God's purpose, is God's plan. You're here as an object that does what? What does your presence do? Your presence indicates the presence of something else. Baby, that's fire. Come on, somebody give me a fire emoji for that. Come on, somebody give me a fire emoji for that. For you, this is about you. Your presence indicates the presence of something else. Guys, how do we make it real? Okay, we started off with the Starbucks, right? We started off with this symbol, no words. And several of you helped me out by saying, when I see this, that indicates to me coffee, energy, chill vibes, quality coffee, right? And even if you didn't comment, something came to mind. You just felt like you didn't need to share or didn't want to share, and it's all good, it's cool. But something came to mind when you saw this, because that's how the mind works. When you see something, ideas spark. So an idea came to mind, whether you shared it or not. The presence of this symbol on a street corner indicates the presence of coffee. Your life, when the world is watching you, when the world, right, as I say, when the public is perceiving you, right, when you go outside, when you're in the marketplace, when you're on your job, when you're in your home, when you're with your family, wherever you are, your very presence, it is indicating the presence of something else. The only question is, what? What is it? What is your sign saying? I hope, I pray that that makes sense. Somebody give me a fire emoji, because that's fire. That's dope. Can you imagine what you could do if you woke up with that revelation every day of your life? Can you imagine the limitations that fall off of you when you truly embrace that, when you truly believe that, when you truly walk in that? Oh my goodness. May in the name of Jesus, may the possibilities within you even today be awakened in the name of Jesus. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because he's the one that woke mine up. He's the one that woke mine up. All right. So listen, guys, let's jump into this next one. I want to be a reminder that the greatest form of self-development is self-discovery, guys. The greatest form of self-development is self-discovery. I'll take it to the bank. I'll take this one to the grave. Why? Because, guys, listen, as we seek development, as we seek change, as we seek growth, as we seek evolution, as we seek evolving and maturing and growing in the faith and growing in our maturity and you know, advancement and prosperity and progress, as we're desiring all of these developmental stages of life, you can't do that until you discover what you already are. You really can't do that until you truly discover what you already are, until you have a sense of what's already there. Because ultimately, everything external is always trying to achieve the internal desire, which is at the core and root of every human being, a level of acceptance and appreciation for oneself, apart from the achievement. So, guys, the more you understand that I am a sign, that I indicate to the world something spectacular, from that foundation, and this is just one of many, but from that foundation, then you're able to build on the revelations of what you are. If I am a sign, now you start asking the questions. If I'm a sign, what is my sign? What makes up my sign? What am I pointing people to? What am I indicating? What am I showing the world? What do people see when they see me? What do people think about when they see me? Now these breadcrumbs and these clues begin to pile up, and they begin to construct the very development that you desire. And I pray that that makes sense, man. I pray that that makes sense. All right, let's jump into this. These are some reminders, guys. There's 3 elements. I call them the 3 elements of the human existence. I also interchangeably put that in as the 3 elements of the human experience. right? There is the experience and there is the existence, right? The existence is just your very presence, okay? Your experience, right, are the possibilities, the things that you do, the things that you actually bring to work, the things that you actually bring to life, the things that you actually create and produce out of your being, right? And so there's three elements to that. Number one, it's who I am. That is the identity, okay? The identity that I was born to embrace, right? Now, I won't labor on all of these because I want to get down to the one that's relevant for today. Okay. But I do have a master class that I'm creating, and I have a workbook and things that I'll be sharing later on that will really break down each of these. Okay. But then secondly, why I am. That is the intentions of why I was born, right? The intentions I was born to express. Okay. Lastly, and this is where I really want to focus, what I am. Because what you are, one of the what's, that's why I say Mr. What, because a lot of people just say, oh, I'm a man or I'm a woman. Yeah, that's what you are. That's true. Or I'm a human. Cool. I'm a human being. That's cool. But what are you beyond that? See, I Am the Possible is about the fulfillment of all possibilities, right? I'm taking the imagination to another level, right? This, let's crack the shell. Let's break outside the box, right? Let's go beyond the norm, because let's face it, who wants to live in the norm? Who wants to live in the black and white world? Who wants to live in the grayscale world? Who wants to live in the blah blah blah, same old, day in and day out, yada yada yada, Groundhog Day life? Who wants that crap? Don't you want a life of imagination, a life of color, a life of zeal, a life of excitement, right? So I like to say what is, yep, you are a human. Yep, you are a person. Yep, you are a woman. Yep, you are a man. Yep, you are a child. Yep. But what else? And so now it's what I am is the investment I was born to embody. Oh my goodness. When God created you, he created you as an investment to embody. Your very life embodies something. It says something to someone. It says something to us as a society. And what is that investment? Just like we did. Look, I keep going back to it. Starbucks. They invested millions to create this symbol and to place it all over the city. Every other block, you see this symbol. It is an investment. It embodies something, right? It embodies an idea, and it works effectively. It is effective in its message communication. Okay. And so you're the same. You are an investment, and you embody something, and the greater awareness you come into as to what that is, then the brighter you shine, the taller you stand. You feel me? The happier you are, right? The more full of life you are, right? But the less you know, then yeah, you're still that. You're just not that, maybe at the greater levels, right? And so I'm just here to just again awaken some things within you this morning. What is your sign saying? All right, guys, check this out. Just want to drop this quick quote on you from Mr. Einstein, because again, it just reiterates my desire for us to go beyond the black and white grayscale normal world and to really start to flex and utilize the imagination. Our imagination is dope. Our imagination is what makes things limitless. It is our imagination that makes things possible, right? We have to see a picture of it in our minds first. We have to have a vision of that thing in our minds first, right? And so imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand. That's why just college education is not enough sometimes. That's why formal, elementary, middle school, high school education is not enough sometimes. Sometimes it's people who don't even go to school or drop out of school that be balling in this world. Why? Because they're full of imagination. Their imagination didn't get dumbed down through education, and now they're dependent only on education. And this is no dig on education. This is not to say that if you're a college student or you're in college and you're pursuing your higher ed, I'm not saying that that's not valuable and that you shouldn't do it. You wouldn't listen to me anyway. I'm just saying that I'm being clear that I'm not coming against education. What I'm saying is that education alone sometimes doesn't get the job done, because sometimes you can become dependent on your education, and that can only take you so far, because the dreams and the hopes and the visions that are within your life, those things are in the imagination realm, and the education realm can't sustain the weight, right, of what you imagine. So hope that makes sense. It goes on to say, while imagination embraces the entire world. That's why I say this is the I am the possible universe. I'm creating I have a world inside of my mind. I live and breathe in a world of infinite possibilities. So this world of mine, right, it embraces everything that God is giving me. And so in my mind, this world, I can now start to communicate out to this outer world to inspire your inner world to be expanded. I hope that makes sense, guys. It says all there ever will be to know and to understand. Guys, let's use our imagination today. I implore you to use your imagination today. Let me see if there's another slide that I want to share. Okay, let me share this one, and then I want to get back to any comments that people have and honor the people that are rocking with me live this morning. Our significance is not something that we earn, it's something that we learn. I'm throwing in some of these classics that I've always used that maybe you've heard me use before, because I understand that new people might be joining that may have never heard these things before. But I also want to reiterate some of these things because they really lay the groundwork for understanding or even imagining that your life is a sign, right? And so again, guys, your significance in this world is not something that you have to earn. You don't have to become a sign. You are a sign. You don't have to go out and grind and hustle and balls to the wall and sweat, blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice and yeah. That's all good. That's all fine. But not for your worth, not for your significance. I'm not anti-grind. I'm not anti-hustle, but I am anti-grind. I am anti-hustle when it's grinding and hustling for something that you already have, which is significance. Hope that makes sense. All right, guys, let me stop sharing for a moment. Let me go back to my screen. Let me stop sharing. I just want to say what's up to a few more people that might be joining. My man Jeffrey says, God, I love you so much, my man. You are such a beautiful light that gives me goosebumps for your service. So beautiful. I have to bounce for my cardio for the day. Oh, absolutely. Do your thing, my brother. Absolutely. Keep rocking and sharing the video session. Absolutely will, man. Yes. Natalie gives me that fire emoji. Absolutely. Thank you so much. CJ in the building. I can't find the dang fire emoji, but you bringing it, bruh. I appreciate that, my man. Thanks. And Jeffrey says fire emoji. Gave me some fire emojis before he broke out for his cardio session. Yeah, man, go get it in, go do your thing. Health and nutrition. This man is not only mental health and emotional health. This man does that inner work that I have learned to appreciate so much in my life. Jeffrey is a light in this world. He is one that does that inner work, man. He teaches and instructs on meditation and really unlocking some things from our past and really getting beyond those things. So I really love the work that he does, but he's also into fitness and health and just all around, man, just total mind, body, soul. So such a great spirit and a great person in this world. So if you're not following him, or if you don't know anything about Jeffrey, he would also be somebody that you would want to connect with and just be aware of the things that he's doing in this world, man. I appreciate you, bro. All right. So let me get back to this. Cool. Just wanted to make sure I said what up on some of those comments. Again, if you're rocking with me live or on the replay, if you're just coming in, we are talking about you being assigned today. I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen so we can finish up here. I think I need to be on this one. Let me see. Or maybe that's not the right one. That is the right one. All right, cool. Let's get it. All right, guys. Well, what are signs? Signs are solutions to problems. You are a solution to a problem. You are an answer to a question. Yeah, you might want to write that one down. You might want to screenshot that one. You might want to take your phone out and screenshot that one. Bow. right? You might want to screenshot that one. You are a sign. You are a solution to a problem. You are an answer to a question. That's how significant you are. There's a problem in this world. We're going back to our analogy. Yes, yes, yes. I have a problem. It's not a big problem, but I have a problem. I want coffee. I need coffee. I need some caffeine. Problem. Up, Starbucks. Sign. Solution. Question. Where can I get some coffee? Where can I get some caffeine? Up, Starbucks. Sign. Answer. That's it, man. That's it. When the world sees you, you are solving a problem, whether you realize it or not. That's what you were created to do. That's what you were created for. Yep, you're solving a problem, and you may be at a very small level or a very small stage in it just because of your lack of awareness. That's fine. That's cool. We all grow. We all develop. It took me years to get this and to understand this, and I'm still evolving. But you're a solution to a problem. You're an answer to a question. Now, my faith says, this is my own personal faith, that there is a problem in the world that existed. And God said, this is just me. It may not be in the Bible. You ain't got to rock with it. I'm just sharing me. There was a problem in the world, and God said, okay, I'll send you to solve it. I'll put in you everything you need to be the solution to that problem. Just saying. There was a question in the world. Someone had a question on their minds. And God said, this is me using my imagination. You ain't got to adopt this. This is me. This is my conviction. And God said, you know what? I hear that question. I hear that question in your heart. Okay, I've got an answer for you. I'm going to create and send this person. Take it, leave it. I don't know, but I'm just putting it out there. All right. Next one, guys. Let's start going into some of this Q&A, because what I want you to really walk away with is, and you might want to screenshot this one, get your phone out, screenshot it or write it down. But there are 4 areas, guys, when it comes to what is my sign, because you may be hearing, wow, Treveal, dude, you really broke it down. Like, you really said some dope stuff. Like, I'm really excited. Like, wow. Okay, but how does that work? Okay, well, let me help you. This is how it works. I want you to consider the 4 things that you have. You have a heart, you have a head, you have a hand or hands, and you have a home. The heart, that is where your convictions lie. Here are some clues and some indicators to your sign. If you were to think of it this way, I want to know my sign. I want to know, and this is not like astrology and things like that, or, but you're saying, what is my sign that I represent? Not the sign that I have, the sign that I am. Beginning with the heart. A clue to your sign is, what are your natural convictions? What in this world like really bothers you, really gets on your nerves, really challenges you, makes your eyes swell up, makes your heart pound a little harder, makes your hands get sweaty and clammy. The things that you can't overlook, the things that you can't, sweep under the rug, the things that you really that are on your radar. What's the convictions in your life? What are those core values? Those things that are in your heart that you really hold true, near and dear for you. Take time, write those things down. What are my convictions? What are my convictions? What matters to me? What matters most in my life? Those are clues. Number 2, you have a head, right? Number 1 was the heart. Number 2 is the head. What are your desires? Desires/goals. What things do you want to accomplish? What things do you really want to see come to life? What things do you really want to see manifested in this world, right? Through you, right? What do you want to be a part of creating in this world, right? So that's your imagination. That's your head. That's your logic. That's your consciousness. That's your, hey, man, I really want to see this thing happen, right? What do you want to be an activist for, right? What do you champion in this world, right? So that's your head. Number 4, your hands. What's your natural ability? What do you do naturally? What do you do naturally? What's your natural ability? 20 years ago, when Pastor Eric Brown walked into my life, looked me in the eyes and told me the 5 words to change my life. And I've told that story a million times, and I will continue to tell it because it was It was truly a catalyst. It was truly a moment of radical shifting for me. But he looked at me after I shared like a 15-minute message on the life of Jesus, Mark 135. And Eric, man, this was my first time ever preaching, my first time ever sharing. It was literally, it wasn't even like it was a 15-minute message. And Pastor Eric walked up to me and he said, Treveal, you are a teacher. And he smiled. That's all he said. That's all he said. He didn't explain it. He didn't break it all down. He didn't go into all some depth. He said, Treveal, you are a teacher. 5 words, man. But it struck me. It struck something within me. It resonated within me. The fact that Eric could see it. Remember, signs. Sometimes you can't see your sign. Sometimes you can't see what other people see in you. That's why I say that the greatest form of self-development is self-discovery, because sometimes it's what you can't see within yourself is the key to you developing into the person that you really want to be, right? But Eric saw that I was a teacher. I was teaching naturally. I didn't have to. Now, as a craft, daily, I intend each day to improve by 1%, to improve my delivery, to improve the ability of my communication, to improve my capacity to communicate and to serve. But the natural existence, like the natural seed of speaking, it was already there, right? So what is it for you? I share my story so that you can share your story first with yourself, then to the world. What's your natural ability? What do you do naturally? What do you do that you didn't have to go to school for? Because I've never gone to seminary. I never took coaching classes. I never took speaking classes and all of that back then, right? But he saw something natural. So what is it for you? Number 4, your home. What's your environment? Where do you live? Like literally. What city, what state, what block are you on? All of those are still clues to the sign that you represent, because like I was sharing again, going back to our analogy, signs are strategically positioned. Signs are strategically positioned in the world, in your city, so that those who are looking for that particular thing can find that thing. So you have to ask yourself, where am I positioned? Where am I in this world? Am I in school? Am I in the state of, okay, if I'm here, what are the challenges around me? What are people dealing with? What things, stick out to me? What can I be a part of being a solution for? I promise you, wherever you are, there's a need for you. There's a need for your presence. So considering your home and your environment. So guys, go ahead and screenshot that, take a picture of that, write that down, because those are the indicators. They're already there. See, that's why I love doing what I do, because it's not like you have to go and acquire a bunch of new stuff. You already got a heart. You already got a head. You already got hands. You already got a home. It's done. It's just bringing awareness and learning what those things mean at a deeper level. Okay. All right. Let me let this fire people go by. I apologize. All right, cool. All righty. Again, one of my classic sayings, one of my classics that I always try to share with people: you were created to not only make a contribution, but you were created to be a contribution to the betterment of our society. As a sign, you are a contribution. You are contributing something to our society. And I want you guys to know it. Again, if you are just now joining us, starting to feel like a radio station, right? You have to keep pausing for the calls. Pause for the calls, right? Quick little intermission. Again, if you're just now joining me today, we are talking about you being a sign, that your life being so significant that you literally indicate and point us to, as a society, you literally point us in the direction of something. You are that significant. You are that powerful. You are that amazing. You are that fantastic. You are that unique. You are that special. You are that whole that your life represents an actual sign. The only question is, what does your sign say? And that's what we're dealing with today. All right, guys, check this out. I want you to consider this. I want you to just consider it. This is from my new book, What is Enough? Just consider this. The problem we're most clearly able to see is often the clearest indication of the solution we were created to be. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. It's just up for consideration. The problem we're most clearly, because we can see a lot of problems in the world. There's problems all around, but there's a few, maybe even just one, that really get at you. Like, it really gets at you. Like when you get a moment where you are not consumed and bombarded by other things and other people, somebody in your ear, something in your ear, and you get some quiet time, there is something in this world that just keeps tugging at you. It just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. It keeps driving you. It keeps waking you up. Guys, the problem we're most clearly able to see is often the clearest indication of the solution we were created to be. You are a solution. You're a sign. You are a solution. Guys, I want to end with this. And this is not a plug and sales, and I'm going to upsell you, and I'm going to try to, yeah. When I say free, I mean free. But I also understand that, again, in 45 minutes, an hour on Saturday, I can only say so much. I can only do so much. Guys, if you've not gone to IAMTHEPOSSIBLE.com, if you've never gone to my website and you've never downloaded the free self-worth, self-discovery workbook, then I want to encourage you to do that. Don't do it now. Wait till the show is over. But, well, if you want to go now, right? Whatever. It's all good because this is going to be on your timeline. So, whatever. But go to IAMTHEPOSSIBLE.com. I have a free self-worth and self-discovery workbook. What's important about this workbook? Number one, it is chocked full of additional insights, additional information, additional tools that can help you to better understand yourself, to better understand what you are, why you are, how it all comes together, how it all fits together, how you're a piece of the puzzle, I say, right? How if life was a puzzle, how your piece fits. Right? Your piece has a place, right? And some of you might be seeking that, right? How do I fit in? Right? And so with that, though, comes these assessments. Take the assessments. There are personal, there are practical, there are spiritual assessments. These are the assessments that I've taken over the last 20 years. I'll take them and I'll retake them and I'll retake them and I'll retake them. It's not that that the results change, but it's a refreshing, it's a renewal of my mind by really contemplating, really focusing on, really diving a little deeper, especially if the results don't change over years, right? Every 3 years, every 5 years, every 10 years, for me, every 20 years. If the results never change, my goodness, that is a very clear indication that this is what God created me to do. And this is how he created me. It's very confirming. So some of you out there, you need to be affirmed. You need your contribution to be confirmed. You need your existence, your presence in this world to be affirmed. You need to know that you matter. You need to know that you're a sign, and you need to know that people are relying on you and depending on you, and that you're important and that you matter. Go to IAMTHEPOSSIBLE.com, download this free workbook and get that information, right? Take the assessments, guys. Okay. For a long time, I used to, hold back from sharing this type of stuff or delivering these types of, call to actions because I was so afraid of being salesy. I was so afraid of your perception of me, right? I was so afraid of feeling like a salesman, like everybody else and all this other stuff. And nah, man. What I've learned and what I've gotten over myself with is people need tools. I can't say, oh, go out and build that mansion, right? Because as I look out my front window, there's darn near a mansion across the street, like this amazing house, like a huge dope house. But I can't say, yeah, man, go build me a dope house. But I'm not gonna give you no cement. I'm not gonna give you no bricks. I'm not gonna give you no tools. I'm not gonna give you no trucks. I'm not gonna give you no ladders. I'm not gonna give you no paint. No. I'm gonna keep all the tools, and then you just go build the house. Well, that's unfair to you, and that's not serving you. So I've grown and I've evolved and I've developed in my ability to share the tools, man. So let me get back. Let me end the show. Let me go back over here. Let me end that show right there. All right, guys. I don't see any more comments coming through, but I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me this morning, guys. As always, your presence is the greatest present that you guys could ever give me. I pray that you guys received something today that encouraged you, that motivated you, that inspired you, that invoked some things in you, that incited some things in you, something, just man, I just want you to see yourself, man. I just want you to see yourself. I want you to see how amazing you are. I want you to see how beautiful you are. I want you to see how much your life matters, right? That's why I do what I do. That's why I show up the way I show up. So I greatly appreciate you guys. If you've not subscribed, go ahead and got my ticker down there, the I Am the Possible podcast. I'll be dropping a new episode later on today and some bonus tracks throughout the week. So if you are into podcasting, or if you know someone who's into podcasting, why don't you go ahead and share that out and let them know that the I Am the Possible podcast is available across all dope platforms: iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify. Every place that holds it down when it comes to podcasting. I am there, and I am there to serve you guys. I'm going to say my quick prayer, and then I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Praying that you guys have just a phenomenal Saturday, a phenomenal weekend. And yeah, man, let me go ahead and do this thing. Let me find my little outro so I can hit that when it's time to roll out. That's not the right one. Yep, I want to have that one. Cool. All right, guys, let me go ahead and stop this banner. All right, come back over here. All right, let's pray. Father God, I pray in the name of Jesus that those who watched this broadcast, those who heard this message, those who entertained these ideas, considered themselves to be a sign, I pray that the possibilities within them would be awakened. I pray that you would speak to their hearts, touch their lives in such a way that encourages them, that motivates them, that inspires them, that intrigues them, that inflates them, that helps them, strengthens them, blesses them to be all that is possible. This is my prayer. In the name of Jesus, I say, and I believe it shall be seen. Amen and amen. You guys have a good one. I am out. Peace.